I'm Adam Pratt, and I'm the Marketing and Communications Director here at the Lindsborg Old Mill and Swedish Heritage Museum, right along the banks of the Smoky Hill River. Behind me here is the 1904 World's Fair Swedish Pavilion. It is one of our 2 National Register historic buildings here at the museum, and it has undergone a remarkable transformation in the last few years, and in particular because of a $160,000 grant from the McPherson County Community Foundation through the David Nutt Fund. This grant funded 2 major needs that we had on the pavilion. First off, a complete repainting of the exterior, and this is back to period accurate colors that they would have had in 1904. Just as excited about the changes that were made to the windows here. When it was originally built in 1904, it had what was called a top pivot style of window. Somewhere in the 1920s, early on, they made a change over to a double hung window, like the kind you would just sort of have in your house. In recent days, they were getting very damaged and were in definite need of replacement. So with these grant funds, we were able to take that and not only restore those windows, but restore them historically. So what you see behind us is like the original top pivot windows that you would have had back in 1904. So anytime that you're talking about a large, major capital project like this, you run into unexpected events. After the complete exterior repainting was done, we were headed over with some volunteers who help us with construction, and they kind of looked sidelong at the pavilion and went, "You know, it's leaning, right?" That prompted us to bring in a structural engineer who did confirm that it is in fact leaning westward by about 2 degrees. Fortunately, we do have community service program tax credits, which we are anticipating that fundraising coming off of that should fully cover the structural repairs. We didn't want to proceed on the windows until we knew for sure from the engineer that it would be okay to do so. We did get the go-ahead from the engineer that it was stable enough that we could go ahead and put the windows in. What we have in here now is actually the completion of the project. And can I just say, they look absolutely beautiful, really transformed the way that this historic structure looks. It went from looking like an abandoned building to something that's a true treasure.